welcome everyone to Wake Up and Smell the Dice. You may not be able to see me very well in this video, but I think it's worth it because you might also be able to see the sunrise. I get a good view of it out of my apartment, so I thought we'd try that today. But this is a series where I basically just vlog about what's going on, my gaming, the gaming community, the gaming world. Yeah, just kind of what's going on. So with me, things get a little bit busy here in a good way, but it should actually open up time for more videos. I start a new job a week from yesterday as I'm filming this, so on March 2nd. I start a new job, and it's my old job actually, but it works on more of a split shift where I have time in the middle of the day where I can do things like filming, more involvement there, and that's actually where I was at when the channel started. So when I was putting out the most videos and interacting the most, it was at this job. So I'm excited to get back to a job that I enjoy more, as well as a job that allows me to do this, which I love to do even more. So that's exciting. That's only a week away. Outside of that, I do, gaming. So last week we played, in our weekly game on Wednesday, we played D&D 5e in a game called The Uncharted Isles. I've talked about it. It's kind of a pirate-themed game. And I am a drow warlock. And so this last week we ran our ship into a sandbar, or almost this small island that was disguised with a mirage, magical mirage, by a blue dragon, a small blue dragon. It was totally by chance. The DM rolled the exact right numbers in a row, I guess, for like random encounters and wilderness encounters, because we had no business fighting this thing. It was going to completely wipe us out. Luckily, we have a small crew that was firing a ballista at it, which sort of helped. When I finally hit the thing, I used Witch Bolt as a warlock, and if you know anything about that, it's a pretty cool power, but it's lightning damage, and the blue dragons resist lightning damage. Well, I played it off. My character would have no idea. He's never known anything about dragons, so I used it. He resisted all of it, and I could tell, or my character could tell. So then I switched tactics and missed him a bunch, and by the time I finally hit him, I critted on an Eldritch Blast. And so we consulted some critical hit, critical fumble charts online, and it actually banished him. He missed the saving throw that he had to make, and it banished him to the Feywild. The critical hit did. So that was a stroke of extreme luck that saved possibly all of our lives, except that now my warlock, who is kind of coming into his powers and kind of coming into what he can do. I mean, he's discovering these as these adventures go along. It's not like he had these powers before we started. And now he thinks that his Eldritch Blast can just banish things to other dimensions or make things disappear. So he is in for a rude awakening next time he uses that. But it's a fun campaign, so we're staying on this island to kind of repair the ship and then continue on our way. This week I will DM the Air campaign, which is 4th edition. They're level 10. It's hard to say when this one's going to wrap up. It's going to be soon because I want to get started with the 5e Candelure campaign before too long. But I'm not going to rush this campaign. They love the characters, they love the story, so we need to finish it out the right way. They've joined a resistance movement. They've saved a city from devils. They defeated the lead devil, which was one of their former party members, who they sort of let die. And now they're continuing on. So we basically have to see where they end up, because they're not going to win the war against this new emperor. They're going to set in motion some smaller events that will help lead to overthrowing this emperor or not. These guys are going to finish the campaign probably level 11, 12, or 13. Just getting into their Paragon paths, and so I've got to find ways to make the campaign end but be satisfying for them. One of them, the cleric, has already kind of completed his major story arc, so he's easy. But the others, it's gonna be interesting how that actually finishes up. So I'll DM that, and then I will start DMing Candelure. And again, we alternate every other week. So I DM one week, and then the other guy DMs the Uncharted Isles the next week. So with Candelure, the world building that I'm doing is continuing. What have I done recently? I've added to the history, kind of fleshed out how that major ancient history has affected modern day, and how there's basically two sides. So think World of Warcraft. You have the Alliance, you have the Horde. Well, in this, they're a little bit different, but you have the Heroic, which is kind of the good guys who banded together from two kingdoms, and then it kind of grew out. And then you have what's called the Wild, which is kind of a demon-led group of a bunch of different races. But it's similar to, World of Warcraft, this eternal sort of war. And the Heroic, what I've decided is that they were kind of praised for ending the Dawn of the Ever Wars, it's called, winning the first major battle, because they were really well organized, very skilled, but that angered the priests, and that angered the religious, because the gods did not get credit. So there's this divide between the Heroic and the church, essentially, all the temples of every god. And so the Heroic has kind of died throughout history to where we are now, to be this, a shadow of its former self. The church kind of won out, tried to win the people over. So the Heroic is small groups, still fighting the Wild in the shadows, but not what it used to be. So that's the major things that I've been working on. I've also fleshed out a little bit more of the starting area, as well as worked on the classes and races available to play and tweaked them for the setting. Which, by the way, this week the Fallen Elves video should be up, which is the first Races of Candelure video. It's the one everyone voted on, the one everybody wanted to see first. So you will see how the Fallen Elves are played, and kind of the history as well as the mechanical side of that race. And it's a really interesting one, I'll tell you that. So, in the community, things are still booming. There's tons of videos to watch. There's tons of great channels. There's the Provokers game, which was this weekend, the latest Provokers game, which is getting huge. That is our celebrity game for the community. So if you haven't seen that, see it. But yeah, I don't have anything specific to tell you to go watch other than that. There's my Watch Later playlist is huge at this point. I need to start tackling that. So I'm going to end it there. Sun's actually not up, but it looks like it in the video, so hopefully that was worth it. I want to thank you for watching Wake Up and Smell the Dice, and we will see you in the next video. Bye. Thank you for watching my vlogging style series. Please leave me a comment and let me know if you like this series, if you like how I run it, and what you'd like me to talk about in the future of this series. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.